Yep, Atlanta's number one hip-hop station is Hot 107.9, your Durtty JD Flies Gown Radio. She's now tuning in, man. 24 hours is in the building.
Hey.
We talked about fake wins. People that want you to fake win.
Yeah.
Explain that.
It's like, you're cool, like, and it's just like this. You got to go through it to really understand what I'm talking about. But, like, there's people that like the fact of you winning.
Right.
They like the fact of, like, yeah, if you was to win, I would be happy. But it's like, for any independent artist out there, it's like, man, you got to create what you got going on. And when they do start calling you, and when they do start calling and getting on your line, they calling you because you created something that's that.
Right.
They calling you because you got your organic. Like with me, in my career, like the long career, like I'm blessed to bumped into everybody that I met and that helped me in my career. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's like that's why with me, with having artists, like, but I'll fall back a whole 3 months just to get your stuff going how it need to go before I even focus on me, because it's like you don't want to be in a battle. It's not a battle. It's like if this your dog and you're trying to have him win, like make him win all the way. Like until you rich, until I got somebody around me that came from zero to where Tokyo used to borrow $10 to go get something to eat from me right here in the A, to now I could call him and be like, hey, let me hold 10,000. He can be like, all right, cool. I need to like. That's the joy to me. That's the joy to me. I feel like in my past, I don't know if people knew how to where to put me or how to categorize me, or like it was always like everybody will always tell you like, yeah, like nah, Rizzy or 20 never disrespectful or nothing like that. Like he's super talented, but like I just like it's such a box here, where it's like if you're not in this box, this cool box that people look at. It's like, you got to fight for it. And sometimes you got to move. I'm not even born and raised in Atlanta, but like if someone sit down and talk to me that's from Atlanta, they'd be like, you think I'm from Atlanta just from all the years that I've been here and like working. So the fake win, man, you just got to watch. Like you'll know when somebody genuinely give you they all, take their shirt off for you and go to war for you and do everything for you to see your career. When there's some people that love you, there's some people that love you as a person, and I fight with you if we had to, but like put you in front of me, nah,
Ain't gonna happen.
I can't do that.
So your path to success, okay? Let's go back. Okay, you moved to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. You were actually in the little Scrappy video.
Yeah.
That me and Scrap did.
Yeah.
You were part of Grussel Gang.
Yeah.
What's that relationship with you and Lil Scrappy like now?
We text all the time. It's not close like we was close, you know what I'm saying? Like that was I live with Scrap. Like I was living with Scrap when Diamond was staying with him. So like I live with him like not that's my artist or this, that. Like I really lived with him and did the day to day for years, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's proud. He's proud of me. Like, Scrap from the first time he met me, he told me we was in Japan. He was like, yo, you should come to Atlanta. We'll stay fresh. Was like, yeah, you come to Atlanta. And I'm like, what's that going to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here actually like
winning,
making plays. Like everybody who come to Japan, I'm linking up. This is it. Nah, I mean, I can't. He said this. I can't promise to like blow you up and nothing like that, but I can introduce you to everybody I know if you come to Atlanta. And Atlanta, the city to be in. Came to Atlanta. Scrap introduced me to everybody.
Okay.
I met I say 70% of the people I know in Atlanta from him. You know what I'm saying? From being maybe not a formal introduction, but from being around or from being around. So I think, it was a little shoulder rub or whatever when I did the deal with JD, because it was like me and Scrap, I was never signed. I was never signed to Scrap on no paperwork or nothing like that. Like he never gave me no paperwork like this is this. I didn't know what paperwork was then. I don't know if he knew, like, you know what I'm saying? But I knew he was on some, like, we family. Like, we don't need none of that. And by the time I met JD, what people don't know, it wasn't like I went from Scrap and just walked over to JD and did.
Yeah, how was it? What was that JD situation?
There was a gap in between me trying to find myself, not really, putting Grussel Gang on everything or doing this and this. Finding myself trying to find my own, like what I'm about to do, a year and a half gap or something like that to when we had the goddamn record.
Right.
And, that's when JD reached out to me like, yo, this sound like what I say. This sound like Like, who are you? Where you from? Boom, boom. I mean, I literally put up on JD one night in the studio. We talked, and I got in my car and drove off. And then within 40 minutes, he was like, yo, I want to sign you. Like, you feel me? Like, there's something about you. I want to manage you.
Right.
And to me, the management was like, at that time, because like, I'm smart, so I'm thinking like, dang, what's the last, like, who the last, like, big person that came out of So Def at the time? And I'm like, I can't think of nobody. But then on the management side, I'm like, why not have a manager that know everybody? That could be really, really good. Right. And that's when I initially did the management deal with him.
So how long was you in that particular deal? Is he still
with
involved
JD?
in your situation?
No. He let me out of everything. Like, I appreciate
that's salute.
That.
That's salute.
That's a big
Guys
salute.
people don't do that in the game.
It's a big salute. We did a management deal, and then like a month later, he called me and was like, yo, I just closed a big deal for you at RCA. And you know, I want you to fly to LA, meet Mark Pitts. We did the RCA deal, and we start pushing that song instantly. You know what I'm saying? But JD's really, like, for me, just the time that I got to spend with him as being an artist with him, like, that man's busy, super, super busy. And it is a different time right now. It's a different time in hip hop right now from the expertise time that he had.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, from the time when it was like, yeah, we doing this. Now it's like, yo, like, everything that I was showed over there to do, we didn't do none of that with Tokyo. And he's almost double platinum over everywhere. It's just a different time of how records and how things are working. So I still took a lot from him. I took a lot from him, but you know, it was time to push the next single, and I had songs that I feel like was bigger than goddamn. You know, I gave him, but JD busy. Like, he listened to stuff. We there was nothing like when he heard goddamn. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I remember I was talking to Bow Wow one day, and he was like, you know, probably looking at me at the studio like, what you doing over here? You a young cat, like, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, we just pushing. And he was like, listen, remember this. You got to push your records. You get another record that was hot like that, then JD gonna get behind it and do what they did the first time. But at the time, I ain't, like, you know what I'm saying, to get goddamn as hot as we got it before JD got involved, that took a whole nother situation I had to do. A whole nother management situation where people was putting bread into it and doing what we had to do in the streets and doing everything. So when I left them to move to JD, they're like, wait, why we gonna put the bread into you? You got a boss now. Like, but it wasn't on that. You know, there's people that know how to go from ground zero, where this artist got 0 followers, no nothing, and let's build you up. And then there's people who was like, yeah, this joint jumping. I know how to put the fire on this and take it to the next level. Right. You know, and you just got to know. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? One night, JD called me to the studio. I went to the studio with him, Usher, Nelly, Rico, Love, everybody over there. He like, yo, Usher just hopped on the song. Like, we was doing a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm super, like, I got too much energy. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, when one thing isn't working, it's like, okay, let's figure out the next thing. And if the next thing not working, where some people is like, yo, we'll slow down and let's just try to figure it out. And I kind of gave myself a time. Like, I'm like, JD's so busy. I ain't heard from him in a week or 2 weeks. I'm like, shit, if it go 2 more weeks, I'm about to try to do something else. Cause like, it's like I can't sit for this. And it's like, go do what like. Me and JD would sit down and do interviews, and they'd be like, well, what stage you want to be on? I'd be like, I want to be on the, like, Fader or like some other, like, stage. And he'd be like, we're going to get him on Summer Jam. We're going to do this. And it's like, even, like, I remember Double XL was like, yo, like, y'all from two different, like,
lifestyle.
From two different things. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that was really cool about it, at one time. But JD always been cool to me, you know what I'm saying? Always gave me game, like, you know what I'm saying? Why he took me to my first BET Awards, like, red carpet, radio room, went to every station with me, did everything. Like I did more with JD in a year span, business-wise, than I did with Scrappy in a 5 or 4 year span. You know what I'm saying? I was Scrap Dog, so it's like, yeah, y'all, you go to the store, get the swishes, you know what I'm saying? We about to go to Huntsville, you know what I'm saying?
Roll out.
You gonna pop up, do a song at the end of my set, maybe when the lights gonna come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was that type of thing. JD one thing I will say, which that was cool because I never knew nothing about that.
Right.
I never knew nothing about none of these spots that I've been to out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was a kid from Japan that came to Atlanta with Scrap. So you got to think like 2009, where's Scrap doing shows there, man? We in the South. We are everywhere where I ain't seen, but I done been pepper sprayed in spots. Like, where we crawling out the club. Like I done seen that. So it's like, where I'm at, where it's like, my brother ain't never had to see none of that. He ain't never had to go through none of that. If he was with me, where we could go do this arena show, this big festival, and then I'm still comfortable with going to Greensboro tomorrow and going to the hole in the wall. Let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. Like, you took a lot of different, I guess, I wouldn't say changes in your life, but you've changed your music more than one time. You elevated.
Yeah.
Switched this, switched that. Dyed your hair. Dyed the back black. What were you going through at that time when you dyed your hair at that time? Because a lot of people was kind of like, what is Rizzy doing? I don't know if we don't know what he's doing. Like, what was going on in your mind?
Trying to figure it out and not be like everybody else.
Mm.
Everybody else go get the temp fade with I know where everybody was. Guess what? When I dyed my hair, when I walked through the mall and I seen a group of dudes in the Adidas joggers with the fade, you know what I'm saying? They look like everybody else. When I had yellow hair, it was like, who is that nigga with yellow hair?
Right.
And I've always, even till now, it's like when people hear my sound, they be like, who is this? Like, why does it sound like this? It doesn't sound like, you can't confuse me with, they play 3 records back to back, and you be like, I think that was the Migos.
Right.
Or I think that, no, I'm not going. You can't go like that because it's like, it don't sound like that. If anything, a girl told me last night, she was like, I was trying to figure out who it was, and I was saying Jermaine, and I was saying The Dream, and I was like, I knew it wasn't them because it don't sound like them, but that was the closest thing that I could like pinpoint to it. And I'm like, that's a dope thing to me because it's like, I grew up listening to artists that had they sounds. I remember, shout out to Wiz, but Wiz was one of the people where it didn't matter if it said feature or not. As soon as I heard him laugh on the track, I was like, Wiz is on here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or as soon as I heard The Dream say radio cut, I knew he was on here by his voice. So I always wanted to find my voice. I remember giving songs to people out here, DJs out here that been supporting me for years. And they'd be like, man, this joint cool, but it sound like this.
Right.
Or it sound like this. And when you a product of the environment, when you hear it, it's like you hear that all the time. Like, so it's like, what else? Like, I mean, what else? This all y'all play, so it should be a good thing that it sound like this. But it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
I remember when Propane first brought me 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, like, who is this? And I sent you. I said, nigga, this Rose, that's Rizzy, nigga. Like, that made me, I think that was a point that I was like, my dog done found his sound.
Mm-hmm.
And made me proud. Like, okay, he kept going.
I think
like,
God.
I have to salute you for keep going.
I think I asked my dad one day. I said, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. I've been signed to major people. I've been with not major people. I've been at every radio station in the country. I put out good music. Everyone tells me my music is good.
You can call the biggest DJs in Atlanta.
Yes.
And get the interview.
Yeah, it from the biggest DJ. It's probably new DJs. It's new DJs in Atlanta that I'm meeting now that is 19 years old. That's the DJ, and I'm like, well, bro, in 2009 you was in middle school, so like it's not like I know why I don't know you because I'm not here right now. But the right people, I touch down, and I know who the hottest artist is right now. I know who everybody playing. I know because as soon as I get in the car in Atlanta, people are like, boy, you heard it, but oh yeah, going crazy. They just was at Crucial, and this is and it's like people keep you up to date on what's going on, and I think that's what it was with me. It's like, what's now?
Right.
What do people like now? And it's like a lot of the artists that couldn't survive that curve when it was time to curve, it's been generation gaps. Like, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta, and this is not just for Atlanta, but I can do this in Atlanta because like there was like, I remember when I first moved to Atlanta, everybody was on the Rich Kids and
what's Potting them.
That was the era when I came to Atlanta. I've seen it switch like
10 times.
You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 times. And before, that's the era I moved here, but I was listening to it 3 eras before that.
Right.
So I was listening to it when Jock was just going down and like when the crunk era. So I seen it switch. Only the strong survived all them different turns of like the music is changing. And like, will I try to sound like, will I sing? Will I sing now because everybody's singing, or will I find a cool medium to like where I can still be me but relevant to what's going on now? And a lot of them sit back and have this conversation in the studio, but they might not ever say it out loud, but they sit down with their young cats in the studio like, so what, like, what's going on? What's out there? What's going on? I remember when why I respect 2 Chainz so much is because I remember when I got a video with Chainz from back in the day, me, Scrap, and Chainz shot, and they always show love because I used to be over there a lot at DTP when Scrap was over there.
Right.
So when he was Titty Boy and Dollar Boy, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute I done seen like that progress. But I remember Tokyo was on the phone and he hit me like, yo, 2 Chainz. I'm on the phone with Chainz right now. I walk downstairs and I'm just on the couch. He on the phone with him FaceTime and I'm listening and Chainz is just, you know, like my partner played me the song and you know what I'm saying? You got a lot going on and like this the new wave, this the new sound and you know, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what I got going on and and as I'm listening to it, I'm like, he got his ear to the streets. Like he's already ready to go. If Tokyo was like, yeah, I want like Chainz, let's go. Like he would have did it right then and there.
Right.
Tokyo is like, you know, my brother really the one. And it's like, you know, my brother Royce Rizzy. And at that moment, Chainz could have been like, nah. He was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like that's a blessing that you got somebody that's kind of been around that know what's going on. But if you still, you know what I'm saying? If you need me, holla at me, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it was respect because it's like people wait till you win. People wait until everyone's showing you love, to show you love, even when they know
they don't want to
should
be the
show you
first
love.
one.
No, I can't be the one. That's why the 24 hours was so cool because I hid it from everybody and I just put it online and I let the music grow for itself and I watched who DM'd me. I'm like, oh, got him. Right. I watched you. Gotti flew me to Vegas without knowing it was me. I was in Vegas with Gotti for a week. His A&Rs and B was FaceTiming like, well, show us your face because, you know, you about to come out here and work with Gotti. We just I said, man, if I'm going to come, y'all just going to rock with me when I come. They didn't see me until I got out the truck in Vegas at the Palms and walked in the studio and everybody just kind of laughed like, this crazy. Like,
wow.
It's great, man. Gotti did like 20 records that week.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Gotti called me yesterday like, man, I see you shining. Like, is everything that you said was going to happen is happening.
So when did you actually change your sound? Like, at what point did you change your sound? Like,
Tokyo was
this is me.
Tokyo was I came up the hot with JD and I played this record called 5 a.m.
5 Indicator, yep.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying? And that was the Don't before the Tiller song came out. That was the same beat. And I played that and everybody up here was like, yo, this one right here, this is what we should be playing, this is what we should be playing. And I was singing on the record. I gave Tokyo's DJ, J-Mac, shout out to J-Mac, I gave him a few records like, man, put this in your vibe, like the hookah lounge, like for the girls and stuff. And he accidentally tweaked it. Something went wrong with his computer, but the sound and the pitch and everything just went up, and it felt like we was on some Miami vibe. Like it was just sped up and it was lit. And I was like, man, I could put this right out. I could put this out right now. All the girls gonna love it. I know it's the vibe. It's the vibe. Right. And right then and there, like Tokyo was like, I remember it was like a week after he went top 20 with Uber, and it was just moving, and everybody from Travis Scott just remixed it and everything. And I'm like, man, like I see the aesthetic. I see the vibe. I'm hip. I'm a student of the game. I know it sounds good. Let's go for it. This bitch is crazy. How this sounds is crazy. Put it out. 1 week later, yes, Jules in the hotel dancing to it, and I see all the tastemakers and all the blogs like, who's this mysterious guy with this beautiful voice? And I'm like, oh, I'm on. I said, I'm gonna hold out all the way until they love me. Right. And then once they love me, I'm gonna cash my check in. And once you cash it in, it's either you gonna say, I'm a hater, bro, and now that I know it's you, I don't like you, or you're gonna be like,
you ain't got no choice.
Respect.
I have to go back in my computer and see them songs that I think I had 3 more songs prior to the new one that's out right now.
Yeah.
That Propane sent me. Yeah. I cannot remember what songs they are, but I know I got them in the archive somewhere.
Pro definitely probably sent you the one with Gucci. Probably sent you. There was another one we started like Don't Count Me Out, and it was me, Gotti, and Ty. But yeah, no, Pro. I'm gonna tell you something about Propane, and this is despite whatever, like Pro my dog, and it's like this. When I was running around Atlanta and I ain't had nothing, and I was scraping up all my money to get 2 hours in hot beats, calling Nina, trying to get over there and to get the small room.
Right.
I used to see Pro walking in the studio with Future.
And Rocco.
I used to see Pro walking in with no, that's what I'm saying. I used to see Pro with everybody, and I used to be like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, I'm trying to da-da-da-da-da. And, like, he used to always say what's up to me respectfully, but he ain't never be like, yo, just come with me. Like, come with me to do this. And I remember one day when Goddamn was turned up, he DM'd me and was like, yeah, man, when you ready to eat some steak, when you ready to get the steak dinner, when you ready to get the steak dinner, holla at me.
He put the flex on you,
yeah,
did
he said, when you ready to get the steak dinner, holla at me. And even then, I'm like, because Goddamn was going, and now JD, all this, I'm like, oh, man, I don't know about all of that. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? I sat with a bunch of people. I sat when Goddamn was up, I had a lot of people on my line. Shout out to Bases Loaded. Shout out to TIG, Fly. I remember Fly picked me up I'm sitting there with Fly at the barbershop. He getting a haircut. Like, so what we gonna do? What we gonna do? I sat with everybody before I made my decision with JD. And at one time I thought maybe I made the wrong decision, but I didn't, because I took so much game. And, like, if I didn't do that and I didn't experience that, I wouldn't have had the knowledge or maybe just Tokyo destiny. It wouldn't have happened the way it happened.
Right.
Or I wouldn't be here if I didn't go through those. Or maybe if I would have went with TIG and did that, maybe it would have took off faster. Or maybe it wouldn't have took off faster.
Right.
So it's like, you don't know. I just went with the gut, and still to this day, I'm with the stomach vibe. Like, if it's a vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? Me and Ty was sitting there before I made Ty executive producer, like, get some money together. Like, we were sitting there, he like, yo, I got a label, I got this, moving, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, bro, I want to do something where, like, we both boss and we both make money together. Like, I've been signed to other artists. Like, I
don't want to go down that route no more.
Like, I got artists signed to me now, so it's like, I want to just partner and get money together. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did. I made him executive producer. You know what I'm saying? You know, it take. You know what I'm saying? People got to understand when they be like, yo, manager want this percent. It take for you to, you know what I'm saying, give up a few of these percents to make some more percents and move to the next level. Because you don't know. Like, yeah, I'm on Ty's album coming, Beach House. It's coming pretty soon. I'm on a record on there with him and Future. And, like, ain't no telling where that's going to go. So.
Man, well, I definitely got to salute you. I definitely got to take my hat off to you. For everything you done, hard work, man, pays off. I'm proud of you.
Man,
and it's
I'm
even
proud
better.
of you.
The thing that's even better to me is that it's you and Pro. That's what makes me happy. Two of the hardest working cats that I've ever known. You know, always been solid. You know what I'm saying? Always been friends. So I definitely salute you. And when the album comes out, we got to go crazy. We got to go crazy.
Yeah, hey, listen, it's going to be crazy. I just got off the phone. I'm about to do a street tape. So I'm about to put the tape out. I want to come up here when I drop the tape. I just got off the phone with Drama. We about to drop the Gangsta Grill.
Okay.
And it's like, to me, I texted him earlier. I was like, man, I waited 10 years for this.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Despite, like, the new culture probably don't even understand some of it. And it's like, nah, like, I get it. I want this. Like, we got to go do this. I might load the Sprinter up and just go city to city with these tapes just so people know.
Just thug it out.
And Drama so humble and so, like, yeah, it's time for that. You doing your thing, and it's like, yeah, I'm about to hop back out here in the streets and do, like, let's do it. I'm like, I'm literally walking out the hotel right now, coming over here like, yeah, you talking about nigga got a Gangsta Grill on the way, you know what I'm saying? To whatever that mean to whoever, but to me, that shit mean the world.
You been
so
in the
it's
game.
Guess what? I told him, I said, nigga, I got Ty on it, I got Gucci on it. I want to reach out to inner city and put, you know what I'm saying? I've been playing that little baby, so like back to back, that shit. Me and him texting right now. I to put him on it, like, and whoever I knew that was working out here, and just give it to the streets. And then the record gonna go where it's gonna go, and then it's gonna be time for the album.
Well, guess what, man? We're both in a different place right now, so I got a different platform.
Man,
so,
salute you,
hey.
but people who don't know, you know what I'm saying? I got iPods, like the old joints, the square joints we used to have with the headphones. I got iPods with FDU verse free band. So people gotta really, like, you feel me? Like, that's why to me, even with seeing you or we in Magic, or when you tweet me, I'll be like, man, it's crazy, because, like, I don't forget anything.
Right.
So I know, like, even looking at you man to man right now and sitting here, like, I know where our relationship is, but I know when I was a young boy, and I know when I was coming up, and I know what you did, and I get that with anybody. So it's like I was in the studio with Kingston, and somebody texted me, why you over there? I'm like, bro, I remember when bro had Baby, and he was in the video with Justin Bieber. I remember sitting on the couch watching him, like, bro, big boy hard. Like, I don't know who this is. He from Jamaica. Like, so why am I not going to? This man, I'm going over there. I'm doing a song with him. I got people from the most popping, Wiz Khalifa and Ty, my dogs texting them to Jeremiah, to Kingston, to Dro texting me. Like, I got like the why where I don't shut nobody down. I'm trying to work with everybody. Guess what? It might not be on your album, but I might send you a hook over here, like, put it on your tape. Let's go. And I'll pull up on the video and we'll do it. Because I get when the streets love you, and when not even just the streets, when the streets love you, when the upper class love you, when everybody love you, you can't do no wrong. You can't do no wrong. I remember someone was telling me, like, yeah, man, but if you're going to go do these shows and sell out arenas and do this, like, you can't be going to the clubs and you can't be doing it. No, you're a lie. I just played a show in West Palm Beach, the Amphitheater with Future, a couple nights ago, and right after that, he went to Story.
Right.
He went to the club and picked up. Right. Like, when the people love you, they love you. And it's like, you know, in order to get there, you got to show them who you are, and, like, don't put on this big front of what the people want you to be. That's what, when Rizzy did Goddamn, that was what I thought the strip club wanted. Right. That's what, when I handed that to Esco and Magic, he was like, oh, I love this. I like this. I like this. And I got the response that I wanted from it. But was that all the way me? Nah. I always been on some, like, that's why I love that Sir so much, because I was always on. And that's why I loved, what's that? They say you got the girls going wild.
Girls going wild, yeah. Ooh,
like, stop playing with me. Like, that was so before its time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just at another station talking about a small girl with, like where I'm not, somebody would sit right here and act like they don't know it. Right. And be like, yeah, appreciate you having me with the interview and all that. Like you don't, like, stop doing that. Pay homage where homage should be given. Like, you know it. I don't care if I walk out of here. And I was just at the W the other night, and I was checking in. I seen Genuine checking in at the next thing to me. Guess what? I don't have to speak. Didn't have to speak to Genuine. I made it my business. But, yo, I just want, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Just
Thank
for
you for
Pony.
the game.
And go back to what I'm doing. Another thing would be like,
too cool, man.
Yeah, like, no, stop that. That's not, because that's not cool. You might look cool to whoever your audience is, but that you're not going to get out of that audience. And guess what? When it's time to talk and when it's time to speak and when it's time to look another man in the face, they going to know, because you're going to be like, yeah, and we, and, you know, we doing that, you know, about that. And, like, bruh, raise your goddamn hand up. Talk, nigga. Like, let the people know, like, and I guess that's for me. So it's like, with me, with being around, with being, like, Pro always be like, you know, it's not fair. Like, you got to know, like, you season, like, these new guys, like, you got to think of you the first time you walked into the station. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I got you. But then when I walked in, I was humble for Jay Nix or for whoever was in here, just to be like, keep working. Like, even if my song didn't get played, even if we was hooking up the laptop right here just for you to hear it, right, where you could be like, yeah, you could do this a little better. You could do this. That, to me, meant that was it. Like, one day I'm going to be here and the song going to be right. And now we here.